But with that being said, we are going to open up with the daily mathematics. Peace to the gods of the earth, the 5%ers. I'm starting out with 1. This is the daily mathematics. Number 1, knowledge. Pay attention, people, please, because I don't want to have to repeat this. Knowledge is the foundation of everything in existence. Knowledge is to know as such as the sun in the sky. The sun is the foundation of the solar system. The sun represents God, if y'all don't know that. The sun is the foundation of the solar system, that the Asiatic black man is the foundation of his family. Knowledge is to look, listen, and observe. Knowledge is the first step towards righteousness. So knowledge is to know as the sun is the foundation of the solar system. Wow. Knowledge is the first step towards righteousness. It says, as the sun. Knowledge is to know as such as the sun is the foundation of the solar system. And with that being said, knowledge points to the sun in the sky, which is God. Which takes me to a pharaoh who they called, yeah, you see him on my shirt. They called him Akhenaten. Ah, look at that. Akhenaten. And we're going to read from Wikipedia. You see him? I'll show it to you. Akhenaten. You see him? Yeah, you see him. All right. Akhenaten, pronounced, also spelled Akhenaten, ancient Egyptian, pronounced, meaning effective for Aten. So when they say Aten, it's only talking about God, or as they showed it, as the sun. Stay with me, just like knowledge. The sun, right, is the foundation of the solar system. All right. So his name, meaning Akhenaten, meaning of his name is meaning effective for Aten, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh reigning from 1353 to 1336 or 1351 to 1334 BC. They can never get the timing right. Remember that. They say he was the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty, originally named Amenhotep IV. Ancient Egyptian meaning Amun, where we get the word where they put in the Bible, Amen or Amun, is satisfied. That's what his name means first. First his name mean Amun was satisfied, right? And then his name got changed to meaning effective for God, or the Aten, which they call the sun, which they show you the picture, what they call the sun disk. We're going to get into all of that. And I'll just read a little bit of it. It says, as a pharaoh, Akhenaten is noted for abandoning traditional ancient Egyptian religion of polytheism and introducing Atenism, which only mean the worship of God. Don't let them point you anywhere else. Or worship centered around the Aten, which they call the sun, which means God. Here we go. And that's all I really need out of that. Now I want to point your attention to something called, let me take you back to the great hymn to the Aten. Look it up. Go on Google. Put it in the great hymn to Aten. The great hymn to Aten. And as I explained to you, that King James Bible, all those stories came out of ancient Egypt. And like I said, none of us read in hieroglyphics, or none of these people who's supposed to be doctors or some authority on ancient Egypt or ancient Kemet, none of these people read hieroglyphics. It's funny. Listen, Psalms 104 is similar or resembles the great hymn to Aten. The great hymn to Aten was written in hieroglyphics. Now, and it's similar to Psalms 104. I mean, it's Excuse my language. It's damn near like it. So how many Psalms is in the book of Psalms? So if the whole book of Psalms is actually written in hieroglyphics, then that means the whole Bible was written in hieroglyphics. And all the stories, that's why they can't get away from Egypt. That's why Abraham had to go to Egypt. That's why Joseph ended up in Egypt. That's why Moses came up out of Egypt. The whole book is about Egypt. That's why they can't get away from Egypt. It's an Egyptian book. And I'm not here to prove that. I'm here to speak. And you're going to listen. With that being said, I'll continue. Great hymn to our 10 is the Psalms of 104. Okay? When you get a chance, you read it. The great hymn to our 10 is just like Psalms 104. Now, let's go to Psalms 104. This is what it reads. I'm only reading 4 verses. This is Psalms 104, written in the King James Bible, which is only the great hymn to our 10, written in a way that we can understand it, because it's written in English, the language that we speak now. Bless the Most High, my soul. O Father, my God, thou art very great. That's why it's called the great hymn to our 10. Our 10 means God, the Son. Stay with me. This is Psalms 104, first verse. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord, my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. All right. 2, who coverest thyself with light. This light, as you're going to find out, is the sun. Listen. Covereth thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain. Talking about the sun. Verse 3, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters. So when you look at a picture of what they call the sun disk, that's how they translated it. But it was only the sun and its rays shining down. They could see it in the waters. Listen. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chamber. This is why you'll see what they'll show you the sun disk, or what they call the sun disk, and it got wings. Who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. You see that? Here's the verse that we're going to break down. We have 15 minutes. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flame of fire. This is Psalms 104, verse 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers flaming fires. Okay, so with that being said, who maketh his angels spirits. Let's look at the word spirit. And we're not talking about spirits as in alcohol or drinking. That's not where we're at. Thank the Creator that we're not there. So the definition for spirit in Latin is spiritus. It means breath. It means courage. It means vigor. It means soul. It means life. To blow as in breathing or breath. That's why it says in Genesis that the Creator or the Most High breathed into man's nostril and man became a living soul. Breathe. This is talking about the spirit. The life principle. Listen. The life principle, especially in man, and it ain't just talking about the man, it's talking about mankind, woman too. the life principle, especially in man and mankind, originally regarded as inherent. Let me spell that. INHERENT. The spirit is originally regarded as inherent. Inherent mean something that you know, something that's in you, a know